What's up guys, welcome back. I haven't done a vlog for ages. Today is the day I break that trend. I've got some new things that I want to show you. Some of them are some new things for the garage gym, which are just a lot of fun, bit gimmicky and just fun. Other things are a bit more expensive that I want to show you and whether I think that it's of value to you or not. If any of you have injuries like I do with my knee and are looking into this type of thing, and I will give you my honest answers. First off, I'm gonna stick some food in the oven, then I'll meet you in the garage gym. Ooh, gnocchi al sorrentino with basil, chicken and marinated veg. That's what I'm going for. 20 minutes in the oven. Check out these little dudes in here. Stay in, stay in. All right, let's open these up and see what I ordered. So this is the new addition to the home gym, or one of the new additions. I wanted an incline bench because previously I only had a flat one, which I'll probably just sell on the Facebook Marketplace. And I saw that there was an attachment which you can, from Orbison, which you can put a preacher curl on, but also a leg extension and hamstring curl. And there's one thing that I miss doing in a conventional gym. It's like leg extensions and hamstring curls to failure, because otherwise the other ways in which you hit your hamstrings and particularly your quads can be quite taxing of your whole body. I mean, you can belt squat and do that kind of stuff, but you're still often just holding something. When you do leg extension, it's nice because you can just rep it out and just focus on the burn and the muscle. Nowhere else in the body is really taxed, and I really like that. So once that comes in, I'm gonna get that added to this. But now I have an incline bench, so I can do incline dumbbell presses, trap Ys, dumbbell, chest supported rows, that type of stuff. And obviously this is plate loaded as well, which I can already do hamstrings on it if I want to, but I want the actual attachment. The other thing that I added is just a little bit of housekeeping. I've now got a Wolverson barbell rack, so I can hang my barbells up. So we've got guys bar, 20 kilos, then we've got the comp bar, which is still, which is 15 kilos, but it's still the same diameter of bar, so same as guy's grip, just 5 foot, and then Kitty's bar, which is Bobby's bar when she wants to come in here and have a play around. And that is what I have added to the home gym. So I'm now actually gonna hit a chest and arm session. I'm probably gonna do some form of bench. I really want to do Linda from the semi-finals. I really loved the semi-finals in Berlin. I was a bit nostalgic that I couldn't go this year after watching Zach last time we went out there. It was so good. I really liked that session. I just can't deadlift at the moment. I've got bruised ribs and it's been going on for ages. And actually that's one of the reasons I bought the other device, which I'm going to show you later on in this video, to help with that and help with my knee. But we'll talk about that in a separate part of the video, because it is quite expensive, but it is potentially going to be very helpful. How helpful it's been for me so far, I will share with you during the end of this video, or the later part. In the meantime, I want to show you my favorite bicep exercise of all time. Just do one exercise first. I'll give you the options with this, with the preacher curl, and I'll give you the options that you can do with a barbell and dumbbells. It's one of the main reasons I actually wanted an incline bench, and it's probably not what you think, but it will give you a bicep pump like no other. And it's much more bodybuilding orientated, so just kind of going on that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy, which is the two ways of building muscle, basically sarcoplasmic and myofibral. One works directly on the muscle fibers, one works more kind of swelling that area, that pump, which is not so the difference between bodybuilding and weightlifting, for example. A weightlifter is concerned with moving a heaviest weight possible from A to B. A bodybuilder is concerned on how they move a weight from A to B. So what muscles is doing the most of the work, time and attention, all that kind of stuff. And that really comes into play with this bicep exercise that we'll put on towards the end. So we'll time lapse this. I'll put some little things up of what we're doing, and then I'll get to that exercise and I'll talk you through it within like 20 seconds. And then we'll come back and we'll talk about this kind of rehab slash exercise slash, I don't know, prehab, bit of equipment I bought. Okay, here comes the epic arm pump. I'm gonna do biceps and triceps today. Normally I'll just do this on biceps. Your first exercise, you're gonna pick either a barbell curl. I'm gonna use a preacher curl today because it's new. And what's really important is you really take your time with this. You can do down in 4 seconds, eccentric down in 4 seconds, straighten the triceps or the elbow at the bottom, squeeze the triceps at the bottom, come up in 3 seconds, squeeze the biceps at the top, 10 reps. Probably gonna be an empty barbell, like 20 kilos for most of us. I'm gonna superset that with the same thing in dumbbell skull crushers. I'm gonna come down in 4 seconds, squeeze, up in 3, squeeze, okay? Same thing. Then we're gonna take a minute's break for 3 sets. Then we're gonna move into the best one, which we're gonna use a cable tricep press down. Same thing, time and attention. And for the biceps, we're gonna use an incline bench. Pull your shoulder blades back so your chest sticks through. This is gonna let your arms hang down. I want your elbows to stay in the same position so your whole upper arm from elbow to shoulder stays perpendicular with the floor in a vertical line. From there, you're gonna start from the bottom, you're gonna curl up in 4 seconds. When you get to the top, this is really important, turn your baby fingers in towards your armpits and squeeze for a second. That's gonna maximally shorten the bicep. Then you're gonna come down in 4 seconds. Don't cheat, get to the bottom, squeeze the triceps, take all the tension off the bicep, and then go again. 4 seconds up, 4 seconds down, 10 reps, big pump inbound. There you have it, that's my favorite bicep exercise for arms. I struggle to get a pump normally on arms. That is one of the few things that gets me like a really serious pump. You can see it's quite painful. I used to do that on 5 kilo dumbbells, but they're too light now. So what I do is I start with a 9, so that's the next jump up I have, and then I get as many as I can in that 10, and then I just drop and finish the rest of the set off with the lighter ones. Actually is more vicious than doing it with the lighter dumbbells when they were harder before. My favorite arm exercise, great as biceps by itself, also good with triceps. I don't think you probably get quite so much emphasis on triceps, but it just depends what you want. But definitely give that a try on an incline bench. It's bloody epic. I do love that session, it's such an epic pump. Anyway, to one of the main points of this video, the new kind of recovery tool that I have bought out of, I guess, a last ditch resort. So this is the KINEON. You may have seen it advertised a lot. I see a lot of CrossFitters started advertising it now. And I don't know if that's because I searched it or it's getting more prevalent. I don't know. Well, basically it works on laser and red light therapy. Now, with my physio, who will hate me calling him a physio because he's way more than that, but I do it to annoy him. Sam, you're welcome. We use a bit of red light therapy on injuries that I have. Now, I hurt my knee about a year ago in CrossFit now. In Jiu-Jitsu, and there was a lot of tearing and popping. We think it was MCL and probably some meniscus almost certainly as well. And I keep having little setbacks with that, and it's just things that I simply can't do with that knee anymore. Would never be a problem in CrossFit or anything like that, but in Jiu-Jitsu, you get put in weird and wonderful places and tension on joints that you just wouldn't get in really any other sport. So I don't want to have surgery, and I haven't even had it scanned because I'm a little bit scared to, and it's not bad enough for that. And even if it was bad enough for surgery, if physio kept it at bay, I wouldn't have surgery. Once you open up a knee joint, your risk of osteoarthritis goes through the roof because you've broken the joint capsule. And your joint capsule is basically where all your synovial fluid and everything's kept inside a joint. So that would always be last case resort for me, especially seeing as the research that I've seen on meniscomotomies, where they work on your meniscus, doesn't actually show much improvement compared to physio anyway. But anyway, back onto this. So you get 3 of these little light emitting devices, which has red light and laser. Because normal red lights that you may see on screens in like the big units tend to be quite wide spectrum. This is more focused, and it also has a laser, so it goes deeper into tissues to allow for precise recovery in those areas. Now, how does it potentially do that? It does it via stimulating nitric oxide, which is actually a supplement you can take, and it's a vasodilator, which means it opens up blood vessels, it allows more blood flow into an area. And one of the hardest things with injury recovery, especially when it comes to ligaments and joints, is the blood flow is poor. It's not like it is with muscle, hence why you do something like that. It just like tendons take longer to recover than muscle, and ligaments take longer than tendons as a general rule of thumb, because the blood flow is a lot less. The other thing it does, it potentially stimulates mitochondria, which are like the powerhouses in your cells, to create more energy production in that area and reduce oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is something that we will get from exercise in small bouts, but a lot of oxidative stress in our body is not a good thing. Inflammation will cause that, or come as a byproduct of that, which can lead to disease states. Now, that's not necessarily going to happen from exercise. I would say it's not. That's going to be more from poor food choices over time. So this can really help to reduce inflammation. And we know the old model of rest
rest, which is, what is it? Rice, sorry, that's why I can't remember it, for recovery, ice, what is it? It's raise, ice, compression, elevation, or something along those lines. But it's even the guy that invented that knows that it's outdated now. We've had Dr. Aaron Horschig from Scott University on the podcast before, talking about how you actually don't want to get rid of inflammation in some extent, and also how like an ice bath post lifting to build muscle is not going to be beneficial, because you want that acute response, that small bout of inflammation, because that's what initiates the recovery process. So if you have an ice bath and you stall that, you potentially slow down the ability to build muscle. So that's when you have to take things in the right scenario, when they're going to be right for you. So anyway, I've had this for about a month. You can put all the diodes and put them around your knee. Have I noticed much difference? No, not really that I can say. This gets a 30-day money back guarantee, so if you don't notice anything in 30 days, you can send it back. Now, my argument would be, it's gonna be hard to tell for me, because unless I put it in the position that I feel weakness and it pops again, I don't know if it's getting better. So there's not a lot of pain receptors in the area that I've done the injury. If it's someone that's maybe struggling with arthritis, or something that's a more potent injury that you can feel all the time, then maybe you would feel more of a response. Does that mean that I wouldn't buy this again? No, I would. It's not cheap, to be honest. It's like £500. I got it on Mother's Day for 400 quid. I got a discount. They did a Mother's Day thing. I waited for it. And I was like humming and hawing. I was like, how much money, John, do you spend a month on coffee and other shit? Like, you only get one set of knees. So I kind of took a jump for it, and I will keep you in the loop with how I found this. If any of you have red light therapy or have used this and noticed great response, do let me know in the comments so other people can see. Anyway, I gave you a bunch of information very fast there. I hope this video was helpful for you. Do let me know if you've used these. I hope you enjoyed the arm session, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.